The Bears, the Storm, the Steam Wheelers, River Bandits, and the Cubs. It's like we fell out of love, but Michael and Ryan will lift you up. Welcome to the pod, we barely maintain it. Hey. Welcome to the pod, we barely maintain it. Hey. Welcome to the pod, we barely maintain it. Life's tough, we need a vacation. We need a break from esports, Chicago, and the Quad Cities. The Bears, the Storm, the Steam Wheelers, River Bandits, and the Cubs. It's like we fell out of love, but Michael and Ryan will lift you up. Welcome to the pod, we barely maintain it. Hey. Hey, the Bears, the Storm, the Steam Wheelers, River Bandits, and the Cubs. It's like we fell out of love, but Michael and Ryan will lift you up. Welcome to the pod, we barely maintain it.
Welcome to Barely Maintaining, episode 73. Where we have a lot of optimism the first time this late in the season for the Chicago Bears. I'm Michael. That's Ryan. We would like to think of ourselves as eternal optimists, but now we really have reason to have hope. But if you're a Chicago Bears fan, Quad City Sports diehard, or just someone who enjoys yelling at your TV about coaching decisions, you're in the right place. Each week we break down the Chicago Bears, local Quad City sports, and the emotional roller coaster that comes with carrying way too much. So, grab a deep breath, lower your expectations, and let's try to maintain. Barely. Let's kick it off with some news around the league this week. I know there's a couple stories. Of course, if you're a Bears fan, tune in. You have some injuries from that game, but just kind of what's been happening around the whole league.
Yeah,
Ryan,
a big one because it helped the Bears out a little bit. But the Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf suspended 2 games for physically confronting fan in a win over Lions. I only say it helped the Bears because he did help beat the Lions and take us to the playoffs for 100% sure. Uh, horrible news. Gardner Minshew also tore his ACL for the Chiefs. So they're now on their third. I don't even know who the quarterback is. I don't think he'd even thrown the ball, but
it happens to. I don't know if it's just weird this year. I think because it's like a lot of star players, but let's be honest, it's not. I'd like to see what the injury ratio is. I don't think it's probably that much different. It's
No.
just like some top guys this year.
yeah,
I mean that you're used to seeing.
top guys, top
I
team.
think it's kind of a good that it's happening to Kansas City because it's like, oh, we have an excuse.
Yeah.
All of our quarterbacks got injured, even though, like, if you look at the season, they were playing crappy.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, even so, like, if you look back, you'll have an excuse on why the season was a wash, but
Yeah.
it really was a wash before.
Good news for the Chiefs. Tight end Travis Kelce topped 2026 Pro Bowl games fan voting for second consecutive year. So he's going. He's top
So, I
voted.
mean, doesn't he's winning, so who cares?
Yeah.
Got Taylor. He's a Pro Bowl guy by fan votes no matter what.
Yeah.
He's just got 12-year-old girls on their phones, like, just
Spamming
ding,
the
ding,
crowd.
ding, 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 ding. How many votes can we do a day? But that's cool too because it's bringing different people to sports.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Small
And
market.
I'm a fan.
Jaguars want to keep being ignored. We really don't care about the narrative. I don't remember who it was, but one of their players also was like, F everybody, it's only us. And then also was like, I'm sorry, grandma and mom.
It feels like that a lot, right? Like when you're a Bears fan.
Yeah.
Because everybody like watch everything. It's like if you're not a Bears fan, everyone else is like you're frauds. They're the most fraudulent. Even though like by strength of schedule, I believe Patriots the current Patriots have the easiest schedule in like the last 50 years of football.
Yeah.
Who they face.
Yeah.
You know, it's like are the frauds.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do keep beating even winning teams, and then they're still like you should have won that.
Yeah. 9 suffered a right hand injury, but the X-rays were negative, so he didn't break it. Which would be another weird thing of another broken hand on a quarterback.
Yeah, and the fact that we're calling him 9.
Yeah, I just like to lean into that.
I like it too.
Tua was placed as QB3, emergency quarterback. And Quinn Ewers got to start this week, and then Zach Wilson, I want to say, is their second string. So I think we've seen the last of Tua for the Dolphins, probably.
Yeah, it sure seems that way. Tua signed a 4-year, $212.4 million contract extension with the Dolphins in 24. So averaging 53.1. So they're gonna have to eat a bunch of money to
Yeah, because
not
there'd be
play
2
him.
years
Right?
left on that, right?
I don't watch enough Dolphins to know. Is he the problem,
He definitely doesn't help.
or do you know? I mean, because like I don't know. It seems like he had his moments.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to have a right coach and quarterback combination. You know, like
Yeah.
talent doesn't do shit for you unless it's like the right play and you buy in. You know.
Yeah. 3 players were ejected after brawl late in Eagles win over the Commanders. I believe it was 2 Eagles and 1 Commander, maybe. Can't remember. But yeah, that was also like the Eagles went for a 2-point conversion, with 4.5 minutes left to put them up 19. So I think they're just asking for a fight at that point.
Yeah, that's in division though. You know, so I guess play on.
Yeah, it was
I don't know.
2
It would piss me
Washington
off as an
players and one Eagle player.
Yeah, it'd make me angry as well.
Yeah.
From that Washington standpoint, but stop them then. You know.
Yeah. Rams fire special teams coordinator Chase Blackburn after the overtime loss to the Seahawks on Thursday. That seems like a scapegoat firing, to be honest. Like, seems like a random
Yeah,
excuse.
and you're a playoff team,
Yeah,
right?
like we're fighting
Late
for
in the
number
season,
1.
like what? Yeah. So, I mean, it's weird to me. Like, why not just ride out the season and be like, okay, well, you're not coming back.
Yeah. Let's see. That's pretty much wrapped up the. Puka Nakua was fine for those comments he had after the game. But that pretty much wraps it up for kind of the like overlying news. Obviously, we'll talk about some more news for injuries wise. Um, kind of talking about the Packers Bears game.
Yeah, I will say just before we get too into anything else that as far as Puka goes, I liked him better when he wasn't like the heel or the villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's kind of like leaning into that now, and it's
All of a sudden he's got the
liked
wide
it better as like
receiver like drama behind him, and it's just odd.
yeah, I liked him better when he was like the work hard guy and
Yeah.
catches everything kind of thing. But um, so what should we get into first? Let's talk. Should we talk about this game?
Do you want to talk about the overtime win, or do you want to talk about the fact that they're going to be the Indiana Bears?
I don't know. I feel like this is like power play stuff.
This has got to be a bluff, right?
time-
We're just trying to get money out of
Last time,
Chicago.
I mean, we're not going to Gary, dude. Everyone
No.
knows we're not going to Gary.
No.
Like, no one's going to go to Gary to watch football.
Yeah, it seems weird, right? Like, it seems like
And you're gonna tell me you spent like whatever 100, $200 million on some property you're not gonna use?
right. They're just trying to get the city to pay for it more, right? Like they're trying to get the tax money.
Or some sort of tax break or something. I
Yeah.
would guess. I don't know though, but I don't care. You do what you want to do, but you're going to lose some fans if you do go to a different state for sure. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Everyone stated that right out the gate. Especially since, like, I think Arlington Heights is set up pretty decent for
Yeah.
having games as far as the complex goes or the property.
I would say so.
It's
From what
a
they
huge property, so
from what they showed, like I think it'd be an awesome complex too.
yeah. So we'll see on that because didn't they say some stuff like that before?
Yeah, I mean they've just been trying to play the game of trying to
Felt
get
like
some extra cash.
posturing,
And also just
and
like
they're like,
why are we doing it in the middle of the week right before the Packers game where we're trying to fight for the number 1 spot?
especially since there's only 2 weeks left in the
Yeah.
in the year, and you said we were going to break ground in 2025.
Yeah.
So talk, Kevin.
Yeah. It just seems like he's just trying to power play his way into getting free money and stuff out of the city and whatnot, which I can understand
and
in
I'm
a
not.
way.
No, I could obviously, but also like take out a damn loan. You have a
Yeah.
multi-billion-dollar corporation basically, and it's just going to print money forever if you guys maintain any form of success. Even when you're not successful, we always buy all the stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, come on, And you got away with it for years. Now you're getting good, and you're going to skimp. Like, no.
Right.
Right. It makes a team worth more money. It makes your product worth more money. And you don't think you don't think a stadium in Arlington Heights would be lucrative? Like, who doesn't want to go to Arlington Heights and watch a Taylor Swift concert instead of downtown Chicago?
Yeah. Make
Or
it
take their
way
kid,
easier.
or
Yeah, I agree.
or Super Bowl, or college football championship, or any of that stuff that you're going to get.
I mean, the goal was to get the 2031 Super Bowl to Chicago. It's kind of slipping away.
If they have a dome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not for any team like getting money from the state to build their stuff.
No.
Like you can find financing to build anything if you have a team based on the value of the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if not, then someone minority piece of the team and get people in there that know how to do that stuff and make those deals happen. Because yeah, I feel like there's definitely people would want to be a part of that because they're just money makers, right? A nice stadium.
Yeah.
You're set up to good for concerts. I mean, look at the amount of concerts you can do. You can do concerts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
Because people will just come from
Yeah.
wherever.
Yeah.
Especially if you have, hotels in the area and all the whole setup.
Yeah, and if you build those, it's all going to come to you.
Yeah. And I think that might be the only complaint is maybe the in and out.
Yeah.
Would need some infrastructure improvement around there because of it's not ready for the influx of 100,000 people at once, kind of thing.
Right.
But that's all. That's going to be the state anyway. They're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah.
So the state's going to have to invest their portion just to, keep up with modern times.
Right.
That I'm cool with.
Moving to
Because that
Iowa.
improves it for the residents. Yeah, I mean, shoot, you want some property.
I have plenty here. It's cheap.
Problem is we have like such prime farmland.
Yeah.
It's just too valuable.
Yeah.
You need like shitty land to build on. Which is like why they're like Gary, because it's like industrial wasteland.
Yeah.
You can build right on the lake still. 1 billion acres for $5. No. I don't really care. I'm gonna be a fan of the Bears no matter where they're at, to be honest with you. I mean, that's the thing. It's just, but do
Yeah, I
you
just
want us
hate
to go to
these
games?
right? Like the games.
If they're in
over there.
Arlington Heights, I'm going to games for sure.
Yeah.
It's easier to get to than downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
For us. And I think there's like a lot of the fan bases in those suburbs, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So now they're just going the other direction instead of.
Yeah.
That being said, let's tell them about Fanatics real quick, and then we'll come back and talk about this overtime win versus the Green Bay Packers. It felt real good.
Yes, sir.
Got it all. Two licensing, doing it for the deal. Here's the best part: we took up the Fanatics. It was awesome. You the code, people skip that took out. Plus, by using your full show notes, like you'll be able to turn this more podcast. So head over to Fanatics.com. Look the best pair of gear. Show up your Bears pride. Keep your everything for the strong. Thank you for your support, and as always, bear down. Let's get back to
Podcast is what Ryan says there, but I cut him off in the recording. Yeah, so
Dude.
the tides they be a turning.
Yeah. That was
We're split with Green Bay 2 years in a row now.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I dislike Green Bay as a team, they're a good team.
Yeah.
As far as their accomplishments and what they've done for the last couple decades and beyond that, really. But what they've been able to do at quarterback and coach, as far as success and coming in and being successful without without much drop off, to be honest with you, if any.
right.
And, it was weird, that whole Mike McCarthy thing. It's like the upper management saw it coming, kind of like he was getting long in the tooth or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah. And
and
LaFleur,
kind of parting ways and then moving on.
LaFleur is like an awesome coach too. We like
Yeah.
the Malik Willis like screwed us up. We were not ready for that.
He did that to us last time.
Yeah.
Malik Willis, I think, under LaFleur is looks good. He's making
Yeah.
good decisions. They don't put too much on him.
Right.
He kind of was forced into it later because their run game, especially since like they're dropping like flies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, we can get into we'll get into the discussion there with that whole Jordan Love injury, but and your thoughts on it. But they keep trying to play Josh Jacobs, and he's obviously injured.
Yeah.
Not getting over
Something's
it.
nagging him.
It's like, why do you keep running him out there and not just healing him up all the way?
And that backup's good too.
Yeah.
Or
What
at
is
least we
his
make him
name?
look good.
They had a backup. Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 14 attempts, 82 yards, 5.9 per yard. He was kind of running us over.
Yeah.
I am honestly, I don't know that. I think Malik Willis played better than Jordan Love, was he not?
Yeah, in different ways for sure. I don't think you're necessarily gonna get the deep ball accuracy that like Love has from Willis by any means, but he definitely
He still did hit some deep ones.
Yeah, but he definitely changes the whole damn offense because you kind of have to be ready for all the runs, and then he just kind of lacks the corners because you kind of like in that situation of playing college ball where like is this quarterback just going to run the read option all the time, which is what we kind of expected right out of the gates, and then he was like, oh no, he's going to piece this up a little bit and actually get some passes out.
They had 44 total runs.
That's crazy.
For 192 yards. It was. The crazy thing to me is the short amount of time Jordan Love was in there, he had 8 completions on 13 attempts. The rest of the time that Malik was in there, he had 9 completions on 11 attempts.
Yeah.
He had less attempts. 2 less attempts than Jordan Love the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So they weren't expecting him to do much. Then, of course, his running.
Yeah.
That helped a lot as well.
Because how many yards does he end up having rushing?
44
Dude, I thought Philip
on
Rivers was
10,
about to
on
start
10
on me.
rushes.
I'm sorry. Philip Rivers was like almost started just taking off for a run.
Dadgummit. Let's go.
That would have been the funniest thing in the world. Ah.
It is cool. That is cool. I could appreciate some Philip Rivers run.
They did put out a by the numbers, too for the
Okay,
thing.
let's hear that, and then we can discuss that Jordan Love injury and what your thoughts were on the hit and all that.
Yeah, so the first one was 6, which is the games the Bears have won this season after overcoming deficits in the final 2 minutes of regulation. The most in the NFL this year, and the most in franchise history. This also gave it tied the record for Caleb Williams in like the first 2 seasons or something. For uh the deficit or overcoming deficit drives with Peyton Manning. So he tied that record.
Oh,
So
nice.
he could win that or take over that record. I don't remember the exact like wording of the record, but it was something along the lines of like the most comeback drives or whatever the heck it is. 16, which is the points the Bears scored in the final minute and 59 seconds of regulation and overtime, turning a 16-6 deficit into a 22-16 victory. Cairo Santos kicked the 43-yard field goal. Williams to the touchdown to Jay Walker, and then in overtime to DJ Moore. 0, which is the amount of touchdowns the Bears allowed on 5 Packers red zone possessions. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how good they are previous to this game.
Yeah.
But
They
our
do have a
defense
very
is
good bend don't break defense. Like they do tighten up a ton when we get in the red zone.
yeah, and it annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah, I'm used to it, but
It annoys the hell out of me. But it's stopping them.
yeah,
Problem is because they do get some points out of it sometimes, and then if not, they punt and we're at field possession. You
right.
know what I mean? But I love that they get down there and do tighten up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of turnovers down there too.
Yeah. 6, which is the consecutive home game victories by the Bears, the longest streak in a single season since they also won 6 straight in 2005. 8, which is consecutive games in which the Bears have generated a takeaway. 9, which is the takeaways Wright has helped produce this season, which is just insane. 25 field goals of the last 25 field goals of at least 50 yards Santos has made as a member of the Bears, which is the most in club history, which is very shocking. Was Lovey like not around long enough to be like the most accurate? Like I remember him being really good. Like what? Like I don't understand how Santos has all these records over him.
I don't either. It seemed like forever.
Yeah,
Good as gold, man.
and Santos hasn't been here that long.
It seemed like it. Maybe we just kick a lot more.
Yeah, Johnson might not be good. I don't know if that's something to be happy about either.
Right.
84 points that the Bears have scored in the fourth quarter and overtime this season, the most by any NFL team. 22 starts in which Williams has not thrown an interception in his 2 seasons with the Bears. Second in the NFL to the Eagles' Jalen Hurts, 23 during that span. 10 points the Bears have permitted on their opponent's first possessions this season. 8.5% of onside kicks that had been recovered by the kicking team in the NFL this year. 4 of 47. It surprises me there's been 47 onside kicks this year. I feel like you don't see them very often. 35 years since the Bears have had a walk-off touchdown as long as Williams' 46-yard pass to Moore Saturday night. It was the team's longest since December 2nd of 1990 when Jim Harbaugh threw a 50-yard touchdown pass to Neil Anderson in overtime.
Wish I could say I remember it.
24
I
years.
don't, but that's cool.
Yeah. 24 years since the last Bears rallied from a double-digit deficit in the final 2 minutes of regulation to win a game, and that is all of them. So it's definitely an eventful game. Uh, it, well, at least for the Bears, it was an eventful 2 minutes of the game.
Woo!
Do you feel like
I can't.
after that first drive with the fourth down mishap on the one play, it just killed our offense?
What's that?
Do you feel like after that first drive for the Bears or second, it was either first or second, with the mishap on the and 4th and 1, uh, if we just needed a yard to get to like first down to get into the end zone, that where that ball was hiked under Komet's legs over Monangai, do you feel like that killed the offense for a lot of the game? Like their momentum? Because they had a ton of momentum on that first drive, and then it all just seemed to go away.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that was the. I didn't look at it like that particular play, but I felt like um it definitely locked us down after that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it felt like they figured us out for a bit.
yeah,
But it seems like in both games to me, just looking at like the overall whole game, that defense does figure you out quick, so you don't score. Because a lot of games, it is like that. Everyone kind of marches that first march,
yeah.
and then it slows down drastically. For
Right.
everybody. Um, but I felt like the defense gassed out. We just kept nitpicking. Either they got too conservative or they couldn't keep up. One
Yeah.
of the two. And then of course, like, you know, I messaged you about it because everyone was saying that it was a dirty hit on Jordan Love. Um, his head should have been up by all means, but Jordan Love tucked his head
Yeah.
right before he got hit. And he was properly penalized,
Yeah.
But there was also a dirty hit on DJ Moore earlier.
Right.
The guy that got the ball caught on in overtime,
Yeah.
Nixon, who was also the guy that got choked out by Luther Burden a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
he's
friggin',
like a
like-
repeat offender to like Bears fans. So it's like,
Yeah.
you got your quarterback killed, bud.
I love that the chippiness is back. I don't love the cheap shots. Like, I'm not saying Booker's was, but the Jaquan Brisker one. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, that one cost us like 15 yards, too. Where Jordan Love
Yeah.
definitely slid. And then, like, Jaquan Brisker definitely had time to stop. And then, like, threw an elbow into him.
Yeah.
So,
He
like,
took he saw an opportunity and took it because obviously slow motion makes it look way worse
Yeah.
too. It was like he had an eternity. He's like, yeah.
yeah, the slow motion made it look like he stopped, thought about it,
Like,
and then threw an elbow
like,
into
yeah,
Jordan Love.
I want to take this 15.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, I love the chippiness, and I love, like, the rivalry is back, but I also don't love from either side, like, I don't love going to dirty hits and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I love,
and
like,
I don't think Booker had ill intention.
No. His
He
was
wanted
a football
he wanted to hit
play.
him in the chest.
Yeah, his was a football play. He should have had his head up a little bit, which is unfortunate. But his was a football play where Love, I think his body instincts just kicked in, and he like went to tuck to like try and like absorb some of the hit, and unfortunately like tucked right into Booker's head. I don't think it was either side trying to like ill intent by any means. I think it was a football play, and Jordan Love's body was just like trying not to get him killed, and just kind of
Yeah.
like just like if you're in a car accident, the best thing you do is be loose, but you're still going to tense up. Like,
I will say this to Green Bay Packer fans though, like your quarterback needs to get better at calling protection.
Yeah.
He was running free, dude. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think's gonna happen? You go get killed.
yeah. But
That boy's hungry too, man.
Yeah.
Booker.
Yeah, he's starting to look really good. He's coming into his own, and
Yeah.
I'm very excited for it.
Yep. Um. So obviously, like a heart attack of a game,
Yeah,
just from a standpoint of not being able to have, like you said, the momentum just died after that first kind of march all the way down. Um. And then they kind of went down and scored fairly easily. It seemed like.
yeah. I started to
Uh.
give up on the game about like the beginning of the fourth. Like I had to be up at like 3:30 for work, and then the game is on late, so it's just like okay, this is dragging on. Like, and then it just keeps going. It's like I'm really exhausted. So I almost gave up on it. I was like, this is but just for them to be able to like, if they're within reach, I don't even know what the reach is because at this point, like, they can just overcome it all. It seems, but if they're within reach, it's a couple minutes left. Like, don't count them out. Like, because they can do whatever the heck things are gonna go their way, and they take advantage. Like, you can be like they are very lucky in a lot of the things that keep happening, but also like you still have to like um take those moments and actually do something with them, and they have been, which is great. Like, I will argue no one on the fact that they have gotten so many lucky breaks, like Romeo Dobbs just diving out of the way and not wanting to touch the football for some reason, like like the 4th and 1 fumbles from Daniels early in the season and Malik Willis on this game. Like, there's some crazy things that happen, and I think the Pope is involved, but
Whatever it is, yeah, I would agree completely that you get the ball bouncing your way sometimes, just whatever it is, and then sometimes for a lot of years it hasn't. Let's
yeah,
put it that way. The calls haven't gone our way. I feel like the officials were against us, and like um, and it still does sometimes. But also like I felt this game they definitely just weren't calling. They're
yeah,
like letting them play, kind of so to speak, on both sides.
right.
Um, Unless it was kind of like super blatant. But
Yeah, and then you got but yeah, like I said though, you have to take advantage of those things too. Like when the ball does bounce your way, you have to then also take that opportunity and get those scores and those drives. And Caleb has become, he has just embraced this Iceman thing and just been like, yeah, like this is me. Like he seems super confident. He seems like very cocky in a great way of like I can make any throw and I'm not nervous about any moment.
I mean, honestly, it's like people want to talk their crap, but I think he's like the perfect Chicago quarterback, even
Yeah,
like with the flaws that he has.
yeah.
Like, um, but he's like got those flashes of greatness, kind of a la Jay Cutler,
It's like
gunslinger to some
it's
degree.
a Jay Cutler that actually loves the game, or a Sexy Rexy that's actually like somewhat decent.
He's also got like that little bit of like Blues Brothers to him,
Yeah,
and paints his fingernails, which like pisses everyone off for some reason.
yeah. It's just
Um,
which is all for his mom. Like,
Even if it wasn't, like, who gives a shit?
yeah,
Like, we care about the football here, boys.
yeah.
Did you forget?
It's so
But
crazy.
I can appreciate it now because it just pisses everyone off, and like, man,
It's just fun.
you know, yeah, if he's winning, that's the one thing I asked for.
Yeah,
Um, I've been hearing the story. He comes back out after going in the locker room and runs a lap around the stadium, like high fiving everyone and stuff. So
yeah. Did you see
we're into him right now.
DJ Moore's post game interview and he had the cheese shredder hat? He stole it from somebody.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had that on, and like, he probably got it from Jonathan Owens, his girl
Yeah,
Simone Biles, because her whole group was wearing cheese graters.
yeah. And then Caleb the next day had an event with Cole Bennett and gave him his jersey and was wearing one of the cheese grater hats too.
I love it. I love it. It's got that Super Bowl shuffle feel to it,
Yeah.
you know?
But we also have to talk about Ja'Day Walker because, like, holy crap, dude, that kid is
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Going undrafted free agent, showing out in preseason because, like, we had both talked about him. Like, who the heck is this guy? Like, and like how great he was in preseason, and then to like have that moment and just be like a star in it and like not feel nervous or anything in that situation. Just like getting his first catch of his NFL career and then his also first touchdown of his NFL career, like in the same game. It's just crazy.
Yeah. We had talked a bunch about him during the preseason because he was kind of going off, and it
Yeah.
makes sense now because now everyone's kind of like, oh, this is the guy that tied the game to get us to the win, you
Yeah.
know. So the backstory's coming out of undrafted free agent, kind of a I think
Lived
he was
with
a
Caleb.
JUCO kid at one point, like like just is always kind of the overlooked wide receiver, throughout his whole career, even in college. Um, but he when he first came on the team, he lived with Caleb,
Yeah.
lived with him. Caleb let him stay with him, so that's like, oh, okay, that chemistry made sense.
Yeah.
Like they're just sitting there talking football.
Yeah.
Um, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
That is coming to fruition.
yeah. I feel like you could tell he wasn't that nervous too. Like caught that ball and immediately just went into a celebration. Like he like was just like,
Yeah,
yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing when I catch this football.
name slip back.
Yeah, dude, he does it so good too.
So good. Looks like the dude's on roller skates.
Yeah, I love it.
We are fans of it for sure.
This team is just so fun, and it just like it's so good to be a Bears fan again. Like it's like I said, with everything that happens, like it's just so fun to watch them. Like there's like they just have so much. Like DJ Moore is opening up again. Like he seems like he's having fun again. Like it's like for him especially too. Like to have that moment where Caleb brushed that big run, but he didn't get set because he was so exhausted from doing all the deep routes, and then to come back and catch that winning ball. Like they seem to all be having fun, and they're all doing the was it Edmonds? I think it's his. The it's Chicago. I forget which producer it is, but it's the music producer that does it's Chicago. But after every game, they've been doing that, and now it's like all of them doing it at the same time. Or Ja'Day Walker coming up to DJ Moore during his post game interview, and that's my boy, and like just all there's always excited and always having fun, and then the post game uh, with Ben Johnson's just crazy, and winning free hot dogs for people or doing all these crazy things. Just like dude, it's just so much fun. They just love being there, and it's great. It's been a long time since we've had that.
Yeah. And honestly, we haven't didn't feel like this for me in 2018 or
Yeah,
2020, some of the last times we made the playoffs. And for a really long time before that. In like '06, we had a really good defense, and it was always kind of we were always nervous about the offense. And this offense, I mean, feels like it could equal the defense.
yeah,
So when it really needs to buckle down anyway. But there's a lot of other rival fan bases, and everyone that's like talking crap, Bears or this and that. But like, this is a foreign feeling for us,
yeah.
so we're
Well, and
gonna
like
celebrate it. And if you're saying no, don't be a fan because you think we're frauds, whatever.
yeah.
We'll see.
Well, and then like
We're in the playoffs for sure.
to constantly be like, yeah, but like they lost their key players and stuff is like we're missing a couple of our top receivers. We've been missing we haven't had a defensive core most of the season. Our secondary, we were literally playing uh practice squad guys. We've had to go through the same problem.
And did everyone just forget 2 weeks ago when we did the same thing? We just got an interception on the last pass instead
Yeah.
of a wide open Ja'Day Walker.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
It's like we just did the exact same thing that we could have done the week before. We had an opportunity, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the outcome was different.
And last year both games were only by a field goal. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's just crazy. Like I said, this team is just fun. and I'm gonna be happy as a Bears fan. We don't get to feel this very often, so and I think it's gonna be around for a while. It seems at least. I hope, and they're having so much fun, and it's just a fun experience.
Yeah, I also will say that it feels like sustainable success.
Yeah,
That's something that there's a standard that's being built here that we haven't seen for a while. So that's huge for me because that's is the what we've talked about over the last couple seasons that and now I told you after the game, especially after the way the overtime thing, um, it felt like that to me, of course, obviously I'm biased here, but that the Green Bay Packers fell apart. They had a fumble on a fourth and short in overtime
yeah,
to give us the ball that led to what happened with the DJ Moore touchdown shortly, after a few plays of marching down the field and get him in position to do that. So it was like when we stepped up, when the other team that usually does step up and has for many years
yeah.
usually does in that situation, we outdid them. So now I'm confident we can hang with any of the teams. And I feel confident in this 49ers team and this Lions team that just got beat and is hanging on for dear life now for playoffs at all. And have to come to Chicago. And Jared Goff does not play good in weather or hasn't
Right.
historically. Um, I feel like we're going to be
Yeah.
or in either way, but I think we got a chance at this thing.
We have a chance at number 1 seed too. We need Seahawks to lose one, and then we need to win out, and we could have the number 1 seed.
That Seahawks team looks good, don't they?
Yeah.
Um,
It's weird. Sam Darnold in that Rams game, played like Sam Darnold in the first half, and then all of a sudden lit up again.
Yeah.
But that
But
defense
again,
is
that's
so
like
good
the
that they
tale of.
save him even if he's playing bad.
I feel like it's just like any if you can stay in the game long enough for that pass rush to slow down because they get gassed a little bit and stuff, and you get eventually you start moving the ball,
Yeah.
kind of what we do.
Sorry.
Um,
Philip Rivers
but
was
we
trying to
got a
get his
really
third
good run
touchdown
game.
of the night.
What's that?
Philip Rivers was trying to get his third touchdown of the night.
Congratulations to him, man. That's just amazing what he's been able to do. And
20
well, I don't know how short notice it was, but fairly short notice. And
24-17 with 17 seconds left. San Francisco's up.
it just goes to show you what guys will do to get out of the house when they have a
Yeah.
lot of kids.
Yeah.
It's the head, no problem, dadgummit. Let's do it. I will say, where is the rushing? He had 26 rushes for 150 yards. So nothing to slouch about. Swift and Monungai were kind of equal in 58 and 50 yards,
Yeah.
respectively.
They both just run
Um,
so good though too. And I think they put an emphasis on trying to stop the run again, with not having their pass
Yeah.
rushers.
Yeah, and it just seems like when you really want either one of those guys to come through on a big run, they do.
Yeah.
Which is didn't it wasn't like that
Well, and then
for us
Monangai had that
historically.
short catch that he also broke off for 34 yards.
Yeah.
He's just coming out of his own. What a steal of a running back.
Yeah, that shows. I think that definitely shows some good scouting or whatever it is from Brian Poles and the Bears
Yeah.
team. Just late round stuff like that, and then of course undrafted free agent Jade Walker, obviously good hands.
Yeah.
And get freed up. Good chemistry with Williams. Yeah, so love those things.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah, so next game's 49ers. They're coming off this game tonight, right? So
Yep.
They're going to be on a short week or no? When do we play them? Sunday?
I believe Sunday. Yep, Sunday.
Then we have
Oh, Sunday night.
about last 15 Sunday night. Okay, so they're on a short week, right?
Yeah, I mean technically, yeah. They get and we're on a long week because we had Saturday.
Okay, so do you think anybody can beat Ohio State in this college football playoff?
Indiana.
Honestly, I mean they could.
Well, I want
But you don't know what-
first. I want to talk about Bama. Bama played good.
They did.
They put it together a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well,
They didn't.
that's
They
the
didn't
problem.
start it out
That's
fast.
the one problem I have, though. Like scrambling quarterbacks, man.
Yeah. They didn't start out great, but then they picked it up. Like I thought originally, it was like, oh crap, like this is Oklahoma's
It
turning
was
around
crap.
with it, and then like they put up 17 in the second quarter, late in the second quarter, and just
We had
ran
no
away with
business
it.
winning that game, to be honest with you. If they could have sustained what they started,
Yeah.
they stopped completing passes and then started. I mean, they had their game plan was working to a T.
So I haven't gotten to watch
Pin
a
us deep.
bunch of their games, but like I thought Ryan Williams was him. Like what the heck happened?
I don't know. I've had the theory that he was injured or something because he didn't even play in some of the games.
But I texted you during it, and I was like, I would be pissed if I was Ty Simpson because like he was making plays, and like the wide receivers would just drop the ball or just not catch it at all.
Yeah. But then in that second half of that game, it felt like Alabama kind of found themselves again offensively.
Yeah.
Because they haven't for a month.
Ty Simpson went 18 for 29 with 232 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Mateer went 26 for 41 with 307 with 2 touchdowns and an interception. But he obviously
And the
was having to
interception.
chuck it up late and try and get something going.
Well, and kind of like everything that happened in Oklahoma's favor in the first game went against them in this game.
Yeah.
We did everything to them. They did us with like a interception pick 6 and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So
Right.
now on to Indiana.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the red and white team beat the red and white team to play the red and white team.
not a lot of confidence here.
I'm curious to see how Indiana matches up because
I am as well. But I would say Ohio State, to me, is a juggernaut.
Yeah.
And they hung with the big dogs, no problem. You know what I mean? What's
Yeah.
Alabama compared to Ohio State?
Right.
Ohio State has I would say probably like an all NFL defensive line.
Yeah.
Alabama maybe has a couple guys on there, but they ain't scared. Yeah, Heisman Trophy quarterback.
Yeah.
The nice thing is it's in Pasadena, so it's, do Indiana fans travel as good as Alabama fans do?
Yeah, I don't know. Because it's new to them, right?
Maybe.
So games this week are.
But
Oregon.
man, they ain't experienced this, so like that they
Yeah.
might have a huge train on like, hey, we got to get on this train now.
Yeah. We got Oregon, Texas Tech, Alabama, Indiana, Ole Miss, Georgia, and Miami and Ohio State. Miami's gonna get crushed, right?
I think so. It'd be nice if they didn't and knocked Ohio State out.
Yeah.
James Madison had no business being in. Let's be honest. I'm sorry.
I would say they had more right being in than Tulane. They ended up James Madison, like if their defense could get a stop, like they put up 34 points against Oregon.
Yeah. I mean,
Ole Miss and
I-
Tulane
I-
was basically the
bo-
same
both
exact
those
game.
teams.
Because
I would say both those teams. That's just and James Madison did score. I mean, they
Yeah.
scored.
their defense
Like
just needed to
touchdowns.
make a couple, at least just make a stop.
Yeah.
But I think that shows that Oregon has probably no chance in this because, like, you're letting James Madison put up 34 points. Like, what about a team with an actual defense? Texas Tech has got a good defense.
Well, that's been like Oregon's thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Just outscore you.
In history, yeah, at least. I don't know. It's gonna be an
So
interesting week for sure.
probably you got Ohio State over Miami, and
Yep.
then you taking Georgia or Ole Miss.
Probably Georgia, I would think.
I think they beat him already once this season, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so, right?
And obviously, Ole Miss is like, I think they don't even have a coach. They're just going off of whatever
I think the offensive coordinator stepped up.
the Madden simulator tells them to play.
Yeah. There's like who was that?
And
The Jets.
yeah,
Let's see. This year,
you taking Indiana or Alabama?
Georgia has beaten Ole Miss, by the way. 43-35. I think that's gonna be the game of these. I'm rooting for Indiana. I know they're the number 1 seed, but I also like feel like they're the underdog. They're kind of the Cinderella story of it all because like this is like unheard of for Indiana, like to have a good football team. The last couple of years, especially like they went from the most losingest program in college football to
Yeah, I don't think they've ever won anything ever, man. I
No.
don't know. I don't think they've even been close.
they're hardly a freaking bowl game contender before these last few years.
So yeah, it's huge. So you got Ohio State.
Yep, I got Ohio State. I've got, I think Ole Miss
Not
and Georgia.
confidently taking.
Close. Huh?
You don't seem like you're confidently taking Georgia here.
No, I think they're kind of. I think
It's hard to beat.
Because-
It's hard to beat somebody twice.
yeah, because didn't a bunch of the I feel like Ole Miss. I feel like Georgia's gonna win because Ole Miss I like lost a lot of players in that game too. Trinidad went down. Their starting running back went down at one point. I don't know how injured they
This
are.
game
but,
is
like,
until January 1st.
they get a whole week.
So they got some time.
So these are next week. Oh wow, all of them are. Yeah. So
You have a couple of just one. Miami and Ohio State on the 31st.
Yeah.
On New Year's Eve, a Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic.
That's when the Hawks play play Vanderbilt.
Nice.
On the 31st. But their tight
I
end.
hope they beat. Is Pavia playing?
I think so. Their tight end opted out though. That really good tight end they have.
Really good at what? Opting out. Okay.
Yeah. I think I think the top ones win each game, to be honest.
All right, just a quick question. You don't think it would have been a better matchup for Oregon and Notre Dame?
Probably, yeah. But I think you should have taken one of them because I think it's good to have the group of 5 because like James Madison I think actually put up a good fight if their defense just could have made a stop. So I think if you drop Tulane and put Notre Dame there, that would have been a great game. Ole Miss and Notre Dame, and then kept James Madison over Tulane because I think James Madison's better than. I think James Madison beats Tulane if they play heads up.
Or even if it was like Oregon versus Ole Miss, and then you just go Tulane versus.
Yeah.
Tulane versus James Madison. But again, I mean, now people are mad and they want more teams in. It's like there's never going to be enough teams.
Yeah. It's always going to be like, I don't know. I'm kind of like on the board of making the. I still want bowl games to mean something. So I think you do like an NIT bracket for some of the other bowls.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
Why
that'd
not?
be fun.
And honestly, it would make me and probably a lot of other people tune in.
Yeah.
Because it actually counts for like, hey, something versus nothing.
Right.
right? Versus just
And there's still going to be
but they
teams
probably put-
like the college basketball where teams opt out of the NIT stuff, but I think you still have a lot of fun with it. You get more group of 5 involved in it because a lot of them just go to random bowl games, and you just do a fun tournament.
yeah, I think it's
It pays the players a little bit to do it.
I don't know. Maybe they do get great ratings anyway. Who
Yeah.
knows? That's why they don't care. So you picking Ole Miss then?
No, I'm going to pick Georgia.
You taking Indiana or Alabama? 1 versus 9 here.
I think. Oh man, it's tough. I kind of want to say Alabama, to be honest, but I want Indiana to win. But I think Alabama could beat them.
If you had to put money on it, would you? Not that confident, right?
A small bet.
I am in Alabama, to be honest with you. After seeing like their offense woke up finally.
Yeah.
If they can do that, then they can compete. But
I mean, if it's the Indiana that showed up against Iowa, they're not beating
And-
Bama.
and Indiana hasn't played in a long time.
Yeah. It'll be like 4 weeks for them playing.
That historically has affected teams.
I mean, that's how Ohio State played well against. I mean, they were the 8th seed last year, and they ran through.
I feel like it definitely created some momentum for them.
Yeah. So I've got Texas Tech, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State.
Texas Tech, Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State.
Yeah. I think these games are going to be better.
And I honestly
but
think I'm the exact same as you.
I think the Oregon Texas Tech could be a good game potentially, but I think Texas Tech's going to win. I think Alabama's going to win just because I don't know. Because, like I said, if the Indiana team that played Iowa shows up, they're not beating Alabama.
Right.
Because we very well could have had them if we didn't lose our quarterback. Ole Miss, I think that could be the team that would sneak up on I think they could sneak up on Georgia, depending on how their players come back and stuff. Especially because it was 35-42 when they played last, so like their offense put up points. But it depends.
They
on
feel
those
like they have a
players
little bit of a chip on their shoulder too.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because of
fighting for
stuff that's going on.
like why did you leave us kind of a thing.
And we obviously think Ohio State's getting in the next round, so you would kind of have a Georgia Ohio State matchup would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be a big game.
Yeah. I mean, I just hope is this no Texas Tech is Big 12, right? And then ACC.
Are they? I thought they were SEC.
Texas A&M is SEC. Big Texas.
Oh, that's
Tech
right,
is
yeah.
SEC, or it's Big 12.
Yep.
I mean, the odds of Big 10 SEC gonna be in is pretty much set up, right?
Yeah. But it could be all Big Ten. Very easily.
No, well in the championship, yeah, but there's 2 SECs, the 6 and 3, Ole Miss and Georgia playing each other, and SEC has to get into the last 4.
Yep. But it could be 1 of 4.
Yeah. If that happens, Big Ten is the ruler of all, right?
Yes. Rightfully so. They kind of have been, honestly, for the last
They've
couple years.
been it's SEC or SEC or no, I'm sorry, SEC or Big Ten at this point. Like
I think like
they
when
are
we
the power
argue about-
conferences.
when we argue about the conferences, like we have similar weaknesses and similar strengths. Like they say like, Big Ten or SEC is just top heavy. There's a couple good teams. Well, yeah, it's both, right? Or like, hey, it's the middle teams. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same as for Big Ten. I mean, like,
They
but yeah,
both
those are
beat
the
up on
two
each
to
other
me.
to where like they end up ruining each other's seasons.
Yeah. Also, they're just big conferences. Like they
Yeah.
have a lot of teams. So, like by
Well,
statistics, you
who's your
get a lot of
Indiana? Who's your Indiana at this point? That had to be Vandy, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know they're not
Uh,
undefeated, but like
yeah, to
they
some
used to be like
degree. Yeah.
a awful program.
I think there's like, isn't like Kentucky or something like that in the SEC?
Yeah, but they're not good still.
Well, that would be like, yeah, Indiana
That's just
used to be.
Nebraska.
Like, we're still waiting for that Signetti to show up
Yeah.
for them or whoever,
That's just your Nebraska.
Nebraska had a great run though.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm just saying though,
And
they
they
have
weren't in the Big
historic.
Ten.
Like they've been living on that for 40 years,
Yeah.
dude.
They weren't in the Big Ten during that time either.
Oh, they weren't
They were Big 12.
conference hoppers. They had to
Yeah. Just to get
because again,
humbled.
like it's just like that's where you get the money for a lot of the TV and stuff.
And Notre Dame's got to make a jump at some point, right? Like,
I really would if I was like, like athletic director. And it's like the stupid that like you're in a conference in other sports, or are they?
they're ACC for everything else,
Come on,
and you can run the ACC.
no kidding. I mean,
That's like
yeah,
a
that seems like
guaranteed
the
into the
logical.
playoffs. Like you're gonna win the championship most likely every year. Like, what are you doing?
But that was my first thought, and I don't know if it's like the right thing or not. But I'm like, when everyone's complaining Notre Dame didn't get in, it's like join a conference.
Yeah.
You're a conference champion, then you obviously have you're in, right?
Yeah. Well, you want to do a couple
Who
local
is
things? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just gonna ask who's the ACC champion is.
It was Duke.
Was so they don't get in.
No, they were 7-5. So Miami
Please.
is ACC and they got in, but it's because they only had a better record, and they got in over Notre Dame because Miami beat Notre Dame earlier in the season, so they had a head-to-head.
Yeah.
But a couple local things before we close everything out. Steelers made a couple signings this week. Couple guys that were at the tryouts. Marquis Whitlock out of San Jose, or Calumet College, San Jose. He is a wide receiver. He was the fastest 40 time he ran a 4.40.
That's fast.
Yeah. Then we also signed, let's see, Jerry Wilcox, who is a running back out of St. Ambrose. We also signed
St. Ambrose has a football team?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
We also Trenton Barnes out of Coe College, white running back.
Nice. I know you love him. Those Iowa guys.
And then they also signed a new head coach for their Deckmate dancers. So that's gonna come some new fun news. Taylor Vorchicki, I want to say. I'm gonna screw that up, but that definitely looks like maybe it's VRCHOTICKY.
I think you nailed it. I hope you nailed it.
And then Richie Murphy.
If you want to come on the show and talk,
he will be on the
Explain
show
your
at
name,
some
you
point
can.
and talk. And then he also was invited to tryouts, training camp. So he is there as well.
Very cool.
And then I want to say the Storm went 1-1 this past weekend, losing in overtime in one of the games, losing a game, and then winning a game. So they're kind of still they were all close games. So they are still in a good spot, but they are fighting. And then one thing I wanted to bring up to you is we might be seeing a strike in the ECHL.
Really?
Yeah, over let's see, the Professional Hockey Players Association announced today that the ECHL membership has served a strike notice effective December 26, 2025, following a strike authorization mandate delivered on December 18th, 2025. They wrote an open
What?
letter to the ECHL fans, basically stating that they have unfair labor practices. They're not being paid enough. They want the right to be able to choose some of the equipment they get because I believe the ECHL has a like a brand deal with a certain helmet or something. But a lot of the players do not like it. It sounds like they're getting used equipment on some of the teams. Um, it doesn't specifically state which teams and stuff, so I don't want to um throw anybody under the bus by any means. This is just me reading some of the Professional Hockey Players Association paperwork and stuff. So I just want to state that as well, that I don't know which teams are necessarily like the ones that are being kind of most associated with this. Um but yeah, they claim that they're being underpaid. A lot of the ECHL doesn't really, basically just doesn't listen to them. Um, they put in a file last spring, and never heard anything back. Basically, so they kind of just backed up against the wall to have to kind of make a um move at this point. Um, so yeah, I just want to share that with you too, to kind of like, we might see that, and that'll be a kind of an interesting thing because they have a lot of they're only 2 steps under the NHL, so, I mean, that can cause a lot of problems coming up too. And will other leagues follow suit, kind of a thing? Are we gonna see kind of this kinda domino effect happen?
Yeah, and I think honestly too, for me, it just is a little bit of an eye opener for how little I know about like some of how these farm leagues, as I would call them, operate.
Yeah,
And all that stuff. It's cool that they have representation, though. I can
and
appreciate a good strike
yeah,
if it's for the improvement of the league.
and from
Um,
a lot I'm not an expert in this by any means, but from what I understand, um, it's left to the ECHL teams to try and provide for all these things. And there's not a lot of help from their affiliate. Like, so like the big teams don't necessarily help them out a lot, which, I mean, is where a lot of things happen because like you got to worry about trying to pack your small stadium and try and do all the marketing, and then you got to try and play these players that still believe they have a shot, which a lot of them do. And they're probably wanting to be paid. I mean, their fair share, which they should be, but you got to balance all these things, and a lot of these are in small markets. Like you don't have endless amounts of money, and you're not getting as many things helping you from kind of your uppers. So it's a very, I'm sure, a very tough situation to be in.
I got the perfect answer. Savannah Bananas, that shit.
Yeah,
Have guys out there singing in sync and stuff, and boom, dude, you're packing the stadium. Also, a second prong, offer online streaming.
yeah.
We can just stream the games, so people are watching even when they're at home.
They
Like
have
to
well,
invest in the culture.
they have through Flow Hockey, and that you're able to get there, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to use a lot of time.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts. But I hope they do get it figured out. So guys like up and comers have a spot to develop and stuff. And it's good for local sports here.
Yeah,
'Cause obviously we don't have a lot either. So
right.
um, and it's people putting their like real lives on the line. So, it needs to be semi affordable. But again, there's people with higher pay grades that need to figure that out.
Yeah.
How to make that lucrative. I mean, I feel like, there's, like I said, Savannah Bananas. It doesn't have to be that, but like, what's the niche?
Yeah.
Make every night a theme night or whatever. I think some of the local sports have done good with that.
Yeah.
Like making, bringing out the families or, bark in the park for the bandits and stuff like that. So, it just brings, keep finding reasons to bring people out to see games other than the sport itself.
Yeah.
So me and Ryan are available to hire for branding, theme ideas every night, Star Wars night. Different character every night. Do we get something from it? No, you just
I
get
want
to
to
dress
say
up.
the Iowa Heartlanders just did SpongeBob.
That's sick. See?
Yeah, they had Squidward jerseys.
That's awesome.
And then
That's
Bluey
very cool.
Night, I think for the Heartlanders is on Friday, and the Storm is on Saturday.
Nice. That's sick. All right. That wraps up this week's episode 73 of Barely Maintaining. I want to thank Lindsay O'Brien and Julie Burheit for giving us the time to do this because we both have children and it takes time away from our families to do this. Thanks to all of our people we interview in the past and the ones we have coming up. We appreciate your time taken to help us build our brand. And we look forward to being back next week. We'll talk about the 49ers game. And we'll get probably a little more in depth as we get closer into seeing what's happened with this college football playoff, local sports as well. So make sure you tune in every week. See you guys next week.